And I think this is very important, you know, from a fan on the outside looking in. They just look at it like Saigon Heat keeps changing imports because we're trying to get into a rhythm. And that's not really the case. Well, it hasn't been our best first half. We're not where we want to be. Halfway through the season, we're 3-10. We've had a lot of ups and downs, but this team keeps on fighting. I've heard people talk about the schedule, C games. Those are all minor factors. Look, the bottom line is we just didn't play well. The condensed schedule left us without proper preparation time, and we struggled. Blowout losses, some stagnant offense. Sometimes on the court we didn't look very organized. Our condensed schedule didn't pose a problem initially. Where it did become a problem is when we had to make changes. And I think this is very important, from a fan on the outside looking in. They just look at it like Saigon Heat keeps changing imports because we're trying to get into a rhythm. And that's not really the case. Our first two changes, Gary Forbes, that was a team decision. We loved Gary Forbes, but he wasn't the right fit. He couldn't do the things that we needed him to do for this team. All along we had plans to bring in Taylor, but he was not available until the latter part of January. So we needed a player to bridge the gap between the time Taylor and Gary Forbes came in. So we chose Torian Graham. Christian Charles, that was an unplanned departure. We didn't expect for him to leave the team, and that put us in a tough position. So we were left to try to find replacement players to fill an immediate need to play games while we look for a long-term solution. It took us a couple of weeks before we settled on Malcolm White, but during that time we were making changes just so we could field the most competitive team we could during that time.
Hết giờ rồi. Chúng ta đã cắt được mặt thất bại 5 trận liên tiếp với chiến thắng có thể nói là cực kỳ thuyết phục ở trên sân của Kèo Dragon. Trận 3 thành công là từ Khoa Trần. Một sự bùng nổ tuyệt vời của Mr. Wiggle.
Thực sự là một màn trình diễn hoàn toàn trái ngược của Saigon Heat ở trong hiệp 4 này với 3 hiệp đấu đã qua.
Và chúng ta đang kéo gần cách biệt xuống chỉ còn là 8 điểm.
We don't have any rookies. Everybody's played either in the ABL or the VBA. Our imports are all highly touted, experienced players. Sam Thompson, he's been very steady for our team, and he's getting better every game as he figures out this league, as he understands his role, as we grow his responsibilities. I think those two guys have really been the anchors for both locals and imports. We have beaten some very good teams. We had a great win at Malaysia just before the break. So this team knows we're capable of getting on a run, and heading into the break, our outlook is we can't wait to get back on the floor.